Sometimes life can get a little bit crazy. Living day to day with my baby.
And our 2 boys and 2 girls.
But that's a day in the world with the McClendon.
We're out there on the grind. Family life, God first. Marriage 24/7.
Hey, what's up, fam? I'm David.
I'm Crystal.
And we are Marriage 24/7.
On the grind.
Family life.
God first.
Every day, all day. That's right.
Let's go.
Hey. So what's up for today, miss?
Well, we sitting here gonna eat a little Osunas.
Osunas.
Yeah, I know you're on that health journey.
I'm on the health journey. Got my green juice in here. You saw the video. I'm sipping. It's not gin and juice.
Ginger.
Ginger, right.
So I got you a salad.
Salad.
Has like beans in it.
That's what I requested. Yeah.
Big in there. Beans, spinach, lettuce, egg, corn, avocado,
tomato.
Yeah, all that. That'd be really good.
I don't see no beans though.
It said beans on the...
I don't see no beans. Osunas is in Walnut, California. It's a Mexican restaurant we frequent.
We had to tell them it had no beans on them.
Yeah, they usually...
They gypped the bang?
They gypped me on my bangs.
I'm sorry. But you have a cilantro lime dressing.
Yeah, I can deal with the cilantro lime dressing.
Then I got your favorite Jamaica. With a splash of lemon.
Yeah, y'all ain't hipped on the lemon aspect. On the Jamaica. Get some lemon wedges, squeeze it up in that duck plucker. I just need a little bit more ice.
I said easy ice because you like easy ice.
Yeah, I like my full 32 ounces. I like to drink it down, then add ice because I want to get every dollar's worth. You know what I'm saying? That's how we roll.
I have the cucumber lime water, as Osuna calls it. Rice and beans, and what I don't need, cheese enchilada.
She's what do you call that? Yeah, I'm putting her business out there. She lactose intolerant. She's not tolerant of it. She intolerant of it. But she still eat it.
So good.
What's the issue with that? That's a more deeper issue, huh? We need to look into that. I think so. Anyway.
Are we talking about?
We just talking about life.
Fear today, as we eat.
Or not having fear of eating cheese because it's gonna mess you up later on. Anyway.
It all started, this conversation, because Saturday I was driving our daughter to Inglewood.
To the wood, Inglewood.
David and the other children were already where we were going, but Caitlin, the gymnast, had a competition, and she had made, she has a tie-dye business. IG is K-Tie Arts.
You need to check that out.
Anyway, so she had to deliver her order, and I had to drive her. It was right at the time where the sun is starting to set when you're driving west on the freeway. I couldn't see. It was a very traumatic drive because when you have cataracts.
Say that again.
When you have cataracts.
She got cataracts.
And he has a hearing problem. That's why I'm speaking loud. Anyway, it's that sun, when it hits your eye, you completely cannot see. So it was very traumatic drive. And then knowing we had our baby in the back seat, Caitlin, it was tough. So we got on the topic of you need to get over that fear and get your eyes fixed.
Get them fixed. You know why? I'm gonna tell you something. We be rolling, all on the road, driving, and all of a sudden you do one of them numbers like, what are you doing? And it's like, it's not even that close. It's not even what you think. A lot of the stuff we you know, have conversations about. Sometimes they a little heated. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes they're a little heated. And it's all a result of her not being able to comprehend what's really going on, because she's not really seeing the real. She's not seeing the real. She's viewing life from a cataracts version of life, because she needs to get her eyes fixed. And it stems, we get, she needs to stay in her lane, because she be all in my business while I'm driving. We had a video about that earlier. It's all because she got cataracts. So she needs to get it fixed.
You help me get over that fear?
Get the operation. Help yourself. Help yourself. You know what I'm saying?
So from that situation, we just start talking about all kind of stuff about fear.
About fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. What do you think you can do to get over your situation on the real?
I don't know.
What is it that you're fearful of in this situation?
Well, I heard that.
What you hear? Did you hear from the doctor, or you heard from the streets?
I heard that when you have cataract surgery, they pop your eyeball out.
They pop your eyeball out. Where they put it at? They hold it.
I don't know.
They pop it out.
So my mind is like, they're gonna pop my eyeball out, and
Put
that's where my mind can't let me.
Put it on that steel tray next to all the apparatus they do to cut, scalpel and all that kind of stuff. Well, that even might be the case, but are you gonna be conscious enough to know that's what's going on?
What if I wake up in the middle of surgery?
What if you don't? See, this is what I deal with. I deal with the what ifs on the negative side with her, and I'm on the positive side. What if it don't?
You're right.
I'm never right.
I'm gonna do better.
Only way you're gonna do better for me if you take the operation, man. It's a lot of talk. Talk is cheap.
You're right.
But I know you're gonna do it. So tell me, guys, what are some of the things you have that you're dealing with, that you have fear with? Because I know we all got things that we're battling with, and I think the first thing to tackle that is to admit that there is a situation. Because if you don't admit that you have a situation going on, then it's like it doesn't exist. So if it don't exist, there's nothing to fix, nothing to consider. Well, they'll understand you. They'll understand you. With your mouth going.
I gotta wash it down.
Worship. Gotta wash it down. So that's something to think about.
Yeah.
All the things you're in fear of. What do we, talk about it.
I mean, there's so many things. Let's just talk about it in a broad spectrum with relationships. Is the fear. Well, let's put it like this. I know some people say, wow, you guys have been self-employed your whole married life, We don't know, people think, oh, you don't know where your next check is coming from or how you gonna pay that bill. But thank God for us, that's never been a fear, But a lot of people wouldn't step out and, say, I'm gonna leave that 9 to 5.
Right.
And be fearless about it.
That's true, because you don't know what that next step is, because God has something on the other side of your decision, on the other side of your fear, there is the next step, there is the next success, there is the next move, and it really starts there. So, write you a business plan. Do something while you're on the other side of it. What are you doing to prepare yourself for your victorious move? What's on the other side? It's a lot of things on the other side, but what's on this side that you can do to prepare for your move? Some people are in certain careers all their lives.
Limiting themselves.
They limit themselves because all they know is
Clock in at 9.
yeah, clock in and clock out. You know what I'm saying? Then when opportunity comes, they don't even look into the opportunity because all they want to be is what they are, what they have been. They don't look at what the future holds, what this opportunity or that opportunity that is before them, what it holds. And on the other side of making that move is your deliverance. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? They talk deliverance, but they don't want to be delivered. You know what I'm saying? Because what it is people look at other people who look successful to them. They want to be that.
They don't want to do the work.
They don't want to do the. You got to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the work in. You don't even know how much time and effort we put in to be and to do and to become what we have become, and we haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We just now, in our stride, but it came from a lot of trusting God, even, and don't be deceived either, because what happens is you can be on the right place, on the right track, doing what God tells you to do, and you don't see the fruit from that. You could still be struggling in your situation, trusting God in the faith thing. We've trusted God many times, done the right thing, and it's like, well, do we pay our mortgage or do we go ahead and invest in this situation that we're in? You know what I'm saying? And it's been like that, a lot of times when we were coming up. Then we got to the place to whereas we're in that stride, we got the money, set up in case things happen, and bam, everything goes dry. No events coming in, the things we're trying to do, everything we're trying to put our hand to do to prosper, we don't see the fruit from it. But because we were wise and we put money aside, we were able to utilize our money. We don't like using that type of money.
But it all comes down to commitment.
It does.
What are you committed to doing?
Right.
Are you committed to making your marriage work? Committed to your company being successful? Committed to seeing your children do well? Committed to stepping out on faith and not being fearful of the what could happen, or what if I do this, or what if I do that. You cannot do it without first being committed to whatever the situation is that you're stepping into.
Yeah, because once you're committed, nothing else matters.
That's like I say sometimes. Like sometimes you get like, oh, I don't want to do this business no more, but I'm in too deep. What
else I'm gonna do, huh?
I'm in this. I'm committed to this. We're in too deep to just say, oh, we're gonna do something else now.
Right. But on the flip side of that, is somebody that's working a 9 to 5 that think they are in too deep. And that's just simply not the case. There's always room. So always room to change. We were talking, and we were on the subject of changing. People having the fear to change because they've done the same thing for 30 years. They've done the same thing all their lives. But it's like we're living in a world now. Well, all you got to do, you got a computer
In
You
your
got a
hand.
computer in your hand, and I mean, you can make moves on this telephone to make some extra money, and that extra money could turn into a situation where it replaces your
9 to 5.
your 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it real. So you got to look into it a little deeper, what it really is that you're dealing with. You know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, except to my wife. Keep it real. Yeah, but but for real though, you got to look into that and see why you scared to change. What you think?
I agree. That's what we've been saying. Is look deep inside and figure out what that fear of commitment is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've done it for ourselves. To figure out why, just like we talked about with the eyes, what's the fear for me? And that's my fear, is thinking my eyeball is gonna be sitting on some table, and then they're gonna put it back in.
And she conscious. She gonna be like, "Oh, you want to pick that up and put that back in there for me, please?"
And that's probably, I mean, if you look back, I know you're not a therapist,
Only to you,
okay, but if you
Dr.
If you-
D.
if you look into it, like, okay, when Zaria was born, I had emergency C-section.
Yeah, she almost killed you.
And that doctor said, I'm sorry. She could not wait for the anesthesiologist to make me numb. It was life or death. She cut me.
They had her signing the papers as they was rolling her into the emergency room.
They cut me, and I was not drugged yet.
Yeah, she
They
was,
last
she
thing I heard
conscious.
was, put her out. Just put her out, because the anesthesiologist said, it's not time yet. She said, put her out. And she went, I remember she went, I don't remember any of the pain or anything, but I remember that. And then our last child, when I had the C-section, and he started cutting, and I said, I felt it. I didn't even get numb like they thought. I felt the first cut.
My God.
Mm-hmm.
My.
That's where my fear comes from, is being there on that table.
That's true, huh? Yeah. It's deep. It's deep. It's only a deliverance that God can deliver you from. That's the only thing God can deliver you from. You know what I'm saying? On the real though, you gotta look into that and really analyze that. Because, you know, God got you. You know what I'm saying? He had you through that situation. So the question is, you know, can you trust God beyond that situation to what you're facing, what you're up against right now? But I'm gonna tell you, it's tough. I can't even imagine what you're going through. I just see how it affects us. You know what I'm saying? It affects the marriage because of your fear. So that's something more for me to look into on my side and pray about and be more considerate. Would that be the not even considerate, to be more passionate, not, you know, to show my concern.
Sensitive?
Yeah, sensitive. Yeah, you need a man.
I knew you were going to sing that right now. I should have said that word, because he's going to sing it.
That's what I do. I put the melody into our lives. Anywho, hey, yeah, but you know, that's real. I mean, it's real life. You know what I'm saying? Because she's on the freeway being terrorized by the son. They're supposed to give her life. You like that, huh? Son's supposed to give her life, and she terrorized of it. She can't. It's illuminating what it's supposed to illuminate. Okay, it's doing its job. This could be prophetic for some of y'all. It's doing its job, but because of the things that are in you that are not allowing you to receive what's natural, Hey, God. To receive what's natural, you can't even receive it because of the deficiency that's in you. So it ain't the sun,
Well,
it's you.
well.
I gotta say, hey man, to myself on that one.
No.
That's real. I mean, everybody got to eat that from the front of the church
To the back?
to the back. All of that. I mean, it's real. I mean, that's applicable to your situation. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you that you can't see that it is an opportunity, something that you prayed for? You know what I'm saying? Something that you, in theory, believe God for, but in theory, you ain't believe God for.
That's a good point, because a lot of us pray for certain things, and then when God puts it in your lap,
Well,
you ain't ready.
you ain't ready. Yeah, because that's in theory.
Watch what you pray for.
Because in theory, that's what you want. But we just think it's like magic. You know what I'm saying? There's a preparation. There's something you got to prepare for in the natural.
So we shouldn't pray for it until we're ready for it?
No, you pray for it, but faith without works is dead. You know what I'm saying? You got the faith for it, but if you ain't really doing the work, you ain't got the faith for it. Because it works in tandem. It works together.
Right.
If you got the faith for it, then you're going to do the work. You're going to do the natural work. Whatever that situation is that you are endeavoring to embark upon, then you're going to do what it takes. You know, by faith, you know, somebody want to be a nurse. Do they not go to school? You know what I'm saying? And after school, do they have the on-job training? You know what I'm saying? Everything has a process to it.
Right.
But we just think God is just going to, we got this magical God that is just going to produce, and He going to give us the earthly knowledge that pertains to that particular situation that we want. I mean, there's a lot of things that we're doing now that we're embarking upon. That's a big step for us. But, you know, we're doing the work, and we're learning about that situation. And sometimes stretching to what you want to do, it's painful. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's painful doesn't mean that it's something, it discredits to what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? This great sacrifice.
You have to go through the process.
We gotta go through the process.
Go through the process.
The process it's painful sometimes.
Sometimes. But you gotta make sure you remember where you're heading. You know, that's key.
That's very key.
So we're gonna finish up eating here, because my food done got cold. But commitment, and eliminate the fear. Two good points.
That's two good points.
Two good points.
Commitment.
Yeah,
Eliminating the fear.
eliminating that fear and committing to whatever you have decided you want to commit to.
Yeah. Committing what you want to commit to.
Right.
Then after that process, then you got to do the process of presenting it to God and see if it's something that He's already said for you to do.
So this is the end of part 1. And you guys make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is important. And leave us a comment. Let us know.
Leave a comment. Good, bad, or indifference.
Yeah.
Leave a comment.
And part 2 is going to be commitment, relationship commitments. Married folk, single folk, shacking up folk. Commitment. Part 2 coming your way soon. Bye, y'all.
Holla.
Like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications.